It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Master your look with Big Flex.
Time for us to flex just a little bit. The first step to solving a problem is identifying it. And as we've learned on our incredible grooming journey, and it really has been amazing with BIC, there are many shaving mistakes we're making without even noticing it. Over at Hermanos Barbers, Danilo Biccari uses his expert skills to shape and maintain some incredible beards, sporting one himself. He's here today to help us answer some pretty difficult questions and identify some of those mistakes that we've made. Dude, you and I had to get into each other's personal space, bro. Thank you so much for helping me with my first clean shave in years, literally.
Pleasure.
So good to see you again, my brother.
Likewise.
Hermanos, awesome space. Just had this really cool energy about it. I can see how much you care about what you do, which is
Thank you.
It's very special, dude. So we're going to spread that love now to some of our viewers, and in lieu of what we were going to be discussing today, and because so many guys are now interested in this grooming journey, we put it onto our Facebook page if guys have any issues, and we've had a ton of questions. So we try to whittle them down. So I'm going to fire them off if you don't mind, see if you can help the peoples out there on the social medias. So Peter Skumman was saying, how would I be able to check if my razor is not sharp enough and needs to be replaced? That's a good one.
So I think the first thing to pay attention to is if the razor is pulling or tugging the hair. It should be a clean, sharp blade should be slicing through the hair. So if it's ripping it out, it's time to replace it. Obviously, if you can see any kind of physical rust on the blade, throw it out. But based on feel, you should if it's pulling too much, it's time to be replaced.
And you know, man, if you're shaving it, I mean, not even if you're shaving that often, but you shave a lot. You guys shave a lot. If you can feel it's different, just that should be the first, like, okay. Yeah. And, before you even get onto what effect it could have on your skin, it's a blade. Don't let it be rusty. You're taking it to your face. Then this one coming from Deed Sadler, another great question, and I think we can get a bit bewildered. So many different types of shaving creams and gels out there. How do I know what is right for me?
Look, the two most important things that a shaving cream is doing is essentially lubricating the skin, creating a layer of lubrication between skin and blade, and creating some insulation on the face, so keeping the heat and moisture in that you've created with whether it's a hot shower or a hot towel. But for shavers that are more sensitive, maybe opt for a shaving cream with aloe in it. But as long as the lubrication and the moisture is, the insulation is there, you can't really go wrong with shaving cream. You want to kind of, you want to foam it up as much as possible to keep as much of that moisture and heat in there.
I'm just thinking of the amount of excess foam I created. I just remember you saying, like, you probably don't need as much as that. We had like bucket loads.
There was quite
a lot of foam, but safety first, buddy. Safety first.
Yeah, and then scent as well. Scent. Different shaving creams have got different scents. So experiment with a few, but the most important things are lubrication and insulation. And insulation,
keeping that moisture and the warmth in there. This is quite an interesting one because I kind of sit on the fence with this, because if I had to attempt a dry shave, it sounds terrifying, but maybe I misunderstand the concept of a dry shave. Ono Aquinda saying, or at least asking, what are the best ways to get a nice dry shave without razor bumps afterwards? Is that possible?
Well, I'm assuming by that question that you're not trying to dry shave with a blade. You should never do that.
So you'd be using an electric razor or something along those lines.
So I'm assuming what the question is referring to is kind of a foil shaver, like a different mechanism, not a blade. In that situation, you still want to prepare the skin before and after. So you still want to, you still need to clean the skin. You still need to moisturize it afterwards. But in terms of shaving with a blade, never do that dry. That's a recipe for disaster for your skin.
Just don't even do it, man. You're going to take off half of your skin in the process as well. All those essential oils and skin is an amazing thing. Don't mess with it, man.
But if you do use that foil shaver, you still use the correct kind of cleansing product beforehand, moisturize afterwards. You're still doing a bit of damage to your skin.
Yeah, and there's still blades involved.
Exactly.
It's just going through a different
You're just
process.
cutting with a different mechanism,
On point, love that. Then Barry Richards saying, I shave, but my skin gets red and very irritated. I know you're not a doctor, but you obviously get to experience a lot of post-shave irritation in your space. What can he do?
I think it's the best is to kind of work with the process of elimination here. So start off by ensuring that the fundamentals are right. So is your blade clean and sharp? If it is, are you using the correct preparation techniques for your skin? Are you bringing heat and moisture into the face before you shave? Are you using a good shaving cream? Are you shaving with the grain? If your skin is sensitive, avoid shaving across or against the grain. Stick to shaving with it. Are you moisturizing your skin after the shave? So kind of work through the different steps to make sure that you're using the right tools and you're doing them in the proper way. And then if there's still a problem after that, then maybe speak to a dermatologist.
Yeah. And I mean, that process of elimination, it might be something simple and silly and small, like the kind of soap you're using before, after, or an aftershave that's just too hectic for your skin, or has too much alcohol in it or something.
Yeah,
like
so
that,
the alcohol, try and avoid a post-shave balm that's alcohol-based. Alcohol was historically used to kind of kill off bacteria.
Disinfection.
But it dehydrates the skin, and provided you are closing the pores after you shave with a cold towel or cold water, you don't need that alcohol to...
We're no longer shaving with our hunting knives, you know, we're using a blade.
Yeah.
And then maybe we can kind of round it off. I think with BIC's Flex line of premium disposable razors, one of the best ways to master your look on the daily, that's something that I certainly discovered, and I gave it a real test with quite a full beard. It's recommended that you visit a barber for a monthly pamper session, and I would recommend that you go to Danilo and his brothers and sisters at Hermanos Barbers, giving away a premium cutthroat shave experience. Bar none, and they're on Loop Street. Their barber shop is ideally situated. Get one of the best coffees I've actually had in a long time. So all you need to do is get over there, and then get over to our Expresso Facebook page as well. Comment on today's BIC post with what your top shaving tip is, and we might even help you get there. What's your top shaving tip, bro, if I had to ask you to close out?
There's quite a few, but probably the most important one is to stretch the skin. You don't necessarily need to be stretching it with your hand. You can often kind of move your face around in such a way to just create a little bit more of a runway over those contoured areas of the face, on your jaw. So, you know, get your skin kind of...
As we discovered, all the things that make you look ridiculous on camera. Just do that,
exactly.
man. Just imagine that there's a crew in front of you and you're trying to make them...
The more your skin is crinkled, the more the blade is likely to give you problems, create nicks and cuts. You want that as smooth a surface as possible.
Then I've got to ask, because I've got to come back for a proper cutthroat shave as well. I'm going to treat myself at least once a month. So the lucky viewer that's going to be able to get over and experience that, what can they expect from the full service cutthroat shave?
So it's about a 45-minute process. We'll start off with a coffee.
It's good coffee, guys. I'm not lying.
But the process is essentially what we've spoken about in terms of a proper pre and post shave procedure, but it's done very methodically. So we'll start off by cleansing the face, putting a pre-shave cream on there to add to the lubrication. Hot towel, we shave with the grain. Another hot towel. Depending on your skin sensitivity, we might shave across the grain, and if you've got a very hardy skin, we'll shave against the grain. We'll close it off with a cold towel. We use quality post-shave balms and moisturizers. And it's kind of a pamper session with an extremely close shave.
Yeah, man.
So it's very good for the skin.
I would say that the whole vibe there, your salon, barbershop, whatever you can call that kind of hybrid, had that kind of vibe about it for me. It was like pamper session with a nice masculine edge. Dude, thank you so much. I've learned a huge amount from you. You can put all of this amazing advice to good use, mastering your look with BIC's Flex line of premium disposable razors. Purchase your BIC razor at leading local retailers and learn a little bit more about the product at za.bicworld.com.
With BIC Flex shavers, you could win Superbalist vouchers worth R1,000 every day until the 12th of August. Purchase any BIC Flex shaver, take a pic of your till slip, and WhatsApp it to 082-255-3706 to stand a chance of winning one of 60 R1,000 Superbalist vouchers. Even better, winners will receive their Superbalist vouchers instantly. For further details, visit our Facebook page at BIC SA Shavers. T's and C's apply.